the Progressive People's Party, PPP, over the weekend held its National Women's Conference in Sunyani in the Bonohaf region. The PPP at the conference agreed to empower all its women parliamentary candidates and target at least about 10 key parliamentary seats to cement the position as a third credible force in Ghana's politics. The party, in the run-up to the general elections, is also campaigning on free education from kindergarten to secondary school level, and also reducing unemployment through the creation of jobs and quality healthcare delivery. At least 10 parliamentary seats are being targeted by women parliamentary candidates of the PPP. We have been joined in studio by the second national vice chairperson of the party, and we're going to be speaking with her very shortly, Madam Belinda Bully, and she has already joined us. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
All right, to start with, congratulations on your Congress, but why is the PPP focusing only on parliamentary seats?
Oh, no, good afternoon again to your viewers. We are not focusing on only parliamentary seats. But I mean, you do appreciate that for every election, we have the parliamentary and then we have the presidential.
Right.
I think for presidential, it's key that almost every political party, or is given, that every political party will file a presidential candidate. For parliamentary, we felt it was needed for us to mention it because people have been asking us what are strategies for Parliament 2017. Are we going to go there? Are we going to target some seats? Are we going to work towards making sure that we win some seats? And so we felt we had to mention it. But of course, we are going to contest in both the parliamentary elections and the presidential elections.
Okay. Now, but I mean, from the Congress, it stood out quite strongly that you want to push more to get parliamentary representation. Is that the case?
Yes.
Although, yes, there's presidential, but then that is like the focus #1 for the party.
Yeah, of course, it's important. And first of all, it was a conference, not really a congress.
Okay.
Because it was just a meeting of all the women leaders from the various levels to come and actually dialogue on how we can contribute to the success of the PPP. Now, it's not like we are not focusing on presidential, but parliamentary, because it's important. I mean, 2012, yes, PPP became the third force to reckon with, but then we didn't go to parliament, you understand? And it's important because parliament is where you can actually push for policies, is where you can actually contribute, you know, this form of meaningful contribution to the democracy of this country. And so we felt that it's important for us to go to parliament. And that's what we really were looking at. And
you're looking more at empowering your women to venture into politics and win these seats. Is that the case? Oh, yes.
I mean, I think that the agenda has been set globally. Okay, almost every country, everywhere, everybody's trying to figure out how we're going to have more women into leadership positions, how we're going to get women involved in politicking. And with the formation of the PPP, we had actually given ourselves a target that we're going to make sure that for every level of our executive body, we are going to have good representation of women. And that agenda is what has been guiding us as to whatever we are doing. And so, yes, we're encouraging women to participate. We're encouraging them, even if they're not going to be parliamentary candidates, to be involved in a grassroots politicking at the different levels, you know, national, constituency, regional, police station level.
How many women, and we're still staying on the gender agenda, how many women have filed or have expressed interest on the ticket of the PPP?
For filing and confirmation, we have about between 10 and 12. For those who have expressed interest, I think we have over 25. Okay. I mean, we appreciate that our party is a bit different, so we did not set a particular day that is when we are going to have a parliamentary and primary. So it was as and when we go, or the regions, they have some form of autonomy. Okay. So the regions sit down and say, okay, we are ready to actually, you know, carry out the primaries for A, B, C constituencies, and this is what they want national to come in, and then that's how it's been going. And so it's been, you know, on trenches, more of the trenches. But we know that definitely we have to meet the deadline of Electoral Commission filing of candidates by July 18, and that we are going to meet. By then, we will be able to give you a full number, as in the number of women or the number of PPP candidates in total.
And what is the assistance that national executives or the party's national, you know, office is giving these women who have expressed interest and also, you know, picked forms to contest?
I mean, you know, apart from the reduction of filing fees, which has become more like a norm within almost all political parties. We know that they need much, or the women need much more resources other than that, and we need more help. And so what we do is, if there's a parliamentary candidate and we know the woman is working hard, sometimes we pull people even from all over constituencies, even from the national level, to go over to the ground, help them campaign periodically, and make sure that at least their message is going around. When we have some feedback, we make sure that we give it to them to make sure that this is what your constituency people are saying and this is what you need to do. And we are presenting a united front, because we want to make sure that, look, if this person goes to parliament, that person goes to parliament, and that is the support we're giving. And it's been working, so we're saying we're going to keep doing that. Okay,
all right, I would have to leave it here for now. Thank you very much, Belinda Bullish is the second National Vice Chairperson of the Progressive People's Party, PPP. Okay, we'll keep an eye on developments in there, and I will let you know as and when it unfolds. This is still Midday Live.